Alright guys, welcome to our channel Code with Sunny, and in this video I will be talking about the problems of August circuits of HackerRut 2021. Before moving on, I just want to recommend you guys that if you haven't subscribed our channel yet, I will just ask for you to do that because we are going to upload various contest editorials, various problem topics where you need to just brush up your competitive programming skills on the various good topics say the algebra and competitive programming, graph theory, and all that, like dynamic programming also. Okay, so for in this video, I will be talking about the very first problem of August Circuit 2021, that is non-decreasing arrays. Okay, so let's move on to discuss that. So in this problem, we would be given an array A consisting of n positive integers, you can see. Now our task is to find another array B having the same length as of array A with the certain conditions being fulfilled for every valid bi, where bi is the, we would be generating that. Okay, and we'll be given t test cases and denoting the length of the array A, and followed by we'll be given n space separated integers denoting the integer array A, and we need to just print it out. The For every test case, we are going to print it out the array B that we are going to generate. Note that there can be multiple answers, but there always exists at least one solution. We need to find it out. Okay, so let's understand this problem with the help of examples. Then we will be together building up the best solution for this problem. So let's move further. Okay, so we would be given some array A. Let me write down up to 5 elements, I think. A3, A4, and A5, let's say. Okay, now correspondingly we would be generating the array B. Okay, so let's say we would be having B0, B1, B2, B3, and B4 also, and finally B5. Let's suppose n is over 6 over here. Okay. Okay, so what we'll be having, we'll be given a certain set of conditions, right? For we'll be generating this array, and for every bi it should be positive, positive greater than 0. Okay, and for every valid I, this condition must hold, that is the current element must be greater than or equal to the previous element. You need to take care for that also. And also you need to ensure that bi modulus ai must be exactly equal to 0. It means that ai must be dividing the corresponding value present at that index of array B, that is ai must be dividing bi. That's why remainder is coming as 0. And there exists one more condition, that is summation bi over all valid I 1 to the last must be exactly equal to the minimum possible value that we can get. Okay, now the thing is how we are going to generate that efficiently. Now you need to take care that this condition must be fulfilled, that is this should be minimum, and it is always dividing it, and the previous current element must be greater than or equal to previous element, and it should be positive. Now let's start building from the you can see that this condition must hold. It means that b2 must be greater than equal to b1, b1 must be greater than equal to 0, and here our checking stops because there are no more previous element. It means that we should start from the very first element. Okay, so we would be starting from the very first element. Now the thing is, we need to be very much careful that this condition must hold, like it should be a minimum, and this condition must be dividing, like ai must be dividing bi. So what we are going to do is we are going to put b0 exactly as a0. Okay, so if we are doing that, you can see that a0 is going to divide its a0, and similarly, and you can see if this is also positive because for every array element you can see it is greater than 1 or equal to 1. Okay, and also this should be minimum, and this, for this to hold, you can exactly put b0 as a0. You can also put twice of a0, still like a0 is dividing this b0, you can see, but to make this minimum I will be putting exactly as a0. Okay, so if I have done that, let's check it out how we can do this one. We need to just ensure that b1 should be greater than or equal to b0, right? And a1 must be dividing b1. Okay, So it means that what are the possible values of b1 that we can get? Possible values of b1 that we can get is a1, twice a1, 3 times a1, and like it can be 0, but you can see that bi should be positive. So we are not going to 4 times a1, and it goes on like that. Okay. Now if these are all the possible values, like integral multiples of this a1, okay, but you need to find it out that integer which is greater than or equal to a0, because bi must be greater than or equal to bi minus 1, right? And it should be dividing, like we have already fulfilled that condition because we are choosing from all those values which are multiples of this a1, right? And it should be greater than or equal to a0, and this summation should be minimum. For this summation to be minimum, what we are going to do is we are going to choose least positive integer among all these integers which are greater than or equal to a0. If I'll do that, all these conditions are going to be fulfilled. Now the thing is how we are going to choose that integer. Now the thing is we are going to choose that integer by doing some simple mathematical logic. Okay, so let's understand this, like b0 is 17, right? And a0 is must also be 17 because these are equal. And let's say a1 is 8 and we need to fulfill this value. Okay, we need to fulfill this value like at this position. So what are the possible values over here? It can be 8, it can be 16, right? It can be 24, it can be 32, right? So we need to find it out least positive integer which is greater than or equal to this one. So it will make our sum minimum and all these conditions being fulfilled. If you focus the relation between this one and this one, sorry, this one, okay, you can see that it can be 24 can be easily obtained if we do this, like 17 by divided by 8, and if I will perform the ceiling value of like if you I will get the ceiling value of this division 17 by 8 multiplied by this AI, which is 8. If I will do that, you can see the ceiling value comes out to be 3 and it goes into 8 and it becomes 24. So, like you are just wondering how we got this simple mathematical formula. This is not a formula, this is a common sense. You can think upon that, how to get the least integer which is greater than or equal to this one. Okay, suppose here exists like 16 and this is also 16. In that case, ceiling value is going to be like integer, like 2 into 2, it will come out to be 16. So 16 will be the least positive integer. So what you are going to do is, like for every AI, you have already generated b of I minus 1 because we are talking about this ith index. And if you need to find out the corresponding bi, what you are going to do is like put out b of I minus 1, pick out b of I minus 1 divided by ai and find out the ceiling value and multiply it by the integer of this current index ai. This will give us the value of bi. And if you got the bi, then you can also find out bi plus 1 and so on. So this will cost you a time complexity of O of n, and the space complexity of you can also have O of 1. Whenever you are getting the bi, you are going to print it. Otherwise, maintain an array size of n, array of b, and finally print it. So in that case, your time complexity will be O of n, like time complexity will be O of n, and the space complexity will be also O of n because you are maintaining an array b. Okay, so let's head over to the code and check it out if this could help us finding and best solution for this problem. Okay, so you can see that okay, so this is for non-decreasing arrays. I hope the screens are clearly visible. Yeah, yeah, it's clearly visible. So what I've done is like take out the test cases, pick up this AI and this also B, like intake the input of AI, then push out the first element, and for every element corresponding next element you are going to do push back the values of current like BI. By doing that, B dot back will pick up the previous element, and if you're going to do the ceiling operation, you need to take out that this will give us a ceiling value, right? If you're not aware about that, let me just explain how this is going to happen. So if you find out the b of I minus 1 and you are going to do it by AI, you can easily, like if you need to find out the ceiling value of this one, you can, this value is correspondingly can be written as b of I minus 1 plus AI minus 1 divided by AI. So this will give us the ceiling value. This value is correspondingly same as this one. Okay, and you need to multiply it by AI and push back into the B. Finally, print all the values that we have found. So this will give you, I think, all test cases passed. So let me just submit it and check it out. Yeah, you can see all the test cases are passed. So if you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section of the video. And I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you for watching this video.